Good afternoon. Welcome back. It's the middle of the afternoon. We've been out hauling seed, going to meetings, doing all kinds of stuff today, but we're back. And I think we're done with this planter. It's coming out of the shop. Let's check the oil on our tractor while we got it sitting here. Is this the one I had to add some to? One of them I did. Oh, it's got plenty. Okay. Well, let's get this out of here. Okay, we got her folded up. We'll lift our row units up and take this out of here. I don't know where we're going to put it just yet. We'll figure that out. Also, I did get the phone call today that our other tractor is done up at the John Deere dealer, the 8R, the 8335R, which is the tractor that we pull this planter with. So we'll need to get that home and get it hooked up to this and so everything switched around so that we're ready to go plant beans when that time comes. It won't be today though, it's plenty wet here. We had another little bit of rain overnight this morning and it's plenty wet. I think we are up to about 6 inches of rain in the last 2 weeks. Maybe not quite 6 inches, 5.5, something like that. Either way, it's wet. Well, we had to move the sprayer out of the way. But I think we got room in here next to the corn planter to get this in. If I can squeeze it in there between the combine and the corn planter, see how good I am. Ugh, I'm not sure we're gonna make it. Oh yeah, we are. Oh yeah, we are. Don't hit my ARX. Okay, straighten her out. Okay, he says I gotta get over. Well, I don't love this, but it'll work. We are gonna have to put some cylinder stops in though, because I'm not gonna have this planter falling into my other one. Hey, go get those cylinder stops off the bench. We should just back them up a little farther, and it'd be okay. If I wouldn't have got the dang corn planter so close to the wall over here, then we could have backed it in farther and I would have been better off, but I wasn't good enough to do that, so this is what we ended up with. Well, for a 15-year-old planter, she's ready to go to the field, not in too bad a shape. It's everything's adjusted right. We got brand new openers, closing wheels are in good shape. Should be good to go. Meters are all clean. We'll have to put plates in and get everything set when we're ready to go to the field, but yeah, it's been a pretty darn good bean planter. I would just like to go to a 60-foot, 20-inch row planter. So, not a bad lineup there. I think we even got room to back the sprayer in there. Combine. This is a lot of machinery, a lot of dollars sitting in that shed here. Well, we got some room in the shop now. It's really nice out this afternoon, so we're doing a little planning. I am going to turn the heat off because I'm leaving the door open here. We're doing a little planning with our fertilizer and sprayer loading area and stuff. So I had bought this pump a long time ago, last summer, thinking we would get it in, but hasn't happened yet. So we're going to work on it now. I'm going to clean it off a little bit and take it out there, and we're going to try and figure out how we want to position it and where we want that exactly. All right, so here's what we're kind of planning and thinking here. We've been going through some stuff for a while, but basically we've had our pump inside, kind of down there on the ground, and it's been fine. It was a 2-inch pump, but we do have 3-inch plumbing coming off of the 2 water tanks and the main line, and then it's reduced down to 2-inch to the fertilizer tanks. However, I put 3-inch valves on them all last fall, So those are all ready to go for 3-inch. So we just need to replace the hoses there and some fittings. And then we bought this new pump that has 3-inch. It's electric start, nice big 390 Honda, and it should move some stuff pretty quickly. So we're going to redo our plumbing, and we're going to come off the end of our main line that you can't see down there. It's down there, and we're just going to kind of loop it around into here, rather than where that valve is there, coming off of the middle of it. So should get a little bit more flow, or well, whatever. That's not really that important, but should be a nice clean connection to there. Dad's going to build a little stand to go across here to mount this motor to, raise it up a little bit. That'll be really nice. And then we're going to come off the top of here, and that has to connect to our handler. And this is going to be where it's a little bit of some tight turns that we aren't thrilled with, but it is what it is, because that's got to connect to right here. And then this handler is our new eductor that's going to be really nice for jugs, AMS, all of that kind of stuff. Kind of go in right in here. It's got a chem blade in it, so we can just pound the jugs down on it. They break apart, rinses them, done, right? We can put AMS in there. It'll suck it all in through this eductor valve. The other really nice thing to this is that we have this line here, which is a suction line, and that's going to connect to this tower here. And we've got this laid down for now just because we don't want it to blow over while we're working on it and stuff. But we're going to anchor that right here, and essentially this is going to connect to all of our shuttles and suck in whatever chemical or fertilizer or micro or whatever that we're trying to go right in through this. Here's our outlet into the sprayer. We've got some rinse lines here. We've got a rinse line down there that's going to go to flush that system out, and it should work pretty darn well. So we're trying to make a supply list and figure out what we need for valves and for hose and fittings and all of that, and Dad's going to get started anchoring this stuff down here. It's maybe tomorrow, now that we have some halfway decent weather. I thought that the dangerous part of this handler was going to be that blade inside there, but turns out I cut my head on this little clamp there, so now I'm bleeding. It'll be okay. I'll survive. Dad's been working in the barn some more. I had to come up and take a look. He's setting up for cage fights is what he's setting up for. I showed you the other day he put that basketball hoop up. Well, now we've got fencing to keep the ball from getting away. You know your grandkids are going to have cage fights up here, right?
This is to keep the ball from going.
I see it. Yep, that'll work.
I'm going to build a door, a swinging door over that door there, so that with the mesh screen in it,
oh,
so
yeah,
they can have airflow and not fall out.
Nice. Good deal.
So I'm good.
All right, I got 2 seed trucks coming tonight. One actual seed delivery. Another one is a neighboring dealer bringing me some of his beans to treat. So we gotta go down there. We're gonna load up my trailer for tomorrow and get those guys unloaded when they get here. All right, well, our first truck is here. 16 boxes right there that we've got to treat, and then he's gonna come pick them up. He's on vacation next week, so it'll be a little over a week and a half before he can get back to get them. So we've got another truck coming here in the next half hour-ish. My Sparties just got a big win. Finally, got one. My Buckeyes started the tournament off with an L, so, you know, lost some on my brackets there. There's Rylan. How are you? Good. So, anyway, we're going to just hang out here until our next truck comes. Oh, I loaded up my trailer. I suppose I should go strap that stuff down while we're waiting. All of that seed in the corner there, the 2 high stacks are leaving tomorrow. The other 2 there and that pallet of corn, all that stuff's going out tomorrow. So plus this load. This is going back to the same place we were this morning. Well, it's 7:30, but he finally showed up. A little later than he said he was going to be. We'll get this unloaded, my trailer backed in, and I'm heading in for the night. Corn. We had corn on that truck. We had 4 pallets of bags and a couple of boxes in there, so that's good. It's got to be about the end of the corn. I don't think it's quite all of it, but we can't have more than a couple hundred bags left. So anyway, we're going in for the night. Thanks for watching this one. Yeah, we're gonna roll it in with tomorrow because there's not enough here, and I'm not gonna be doing much tomorrow. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning again. How's everybody's brackets doing? Let's do a little check-in on the Borderview Farms Tournament Challenge bracket group. So here is our group, Borderview Farms group. We have 220 entries. And, well, my son, I did limit it to 2, except for I put in 5 because, well, I'm special. No, I got some for my kids in. So Ryland's got 2 brackets, Brayson's got 1 here, and then he put in 1 on my wife's account. And he's doing quite well. 5th place in the group. He's got 130 points. It's going pretty well. We have 4 people that are tied for first place with 140 points out of a possible 160. So those guys all missed 2 games yesterday. That's pretty darn good. They're in the top 1% nationwide. So great job to Eric, Caleb, Ryan, a different Caleb. Although, sorry man, you're in trouble because Wisconsin, who you picked to win it, they lost already. So. Yeah, and then Brayson is in this group tied for 5th, right behind him, and there is a whole bunch of people with 130 points. I think it was all the way down to the 34th place. So you're in 154th place. Both your brackets. My 2 were in the 110 point group, like 80 something. So not great. We have several here that did not fill out their brackets.
I thought I did 3 brackets.
They joined and did not fill them out. So, Rylan, you're not in last. This guy here is Timothy Smith. He only got 70 points. Got less than half of the games right yesterday. So, you're doing fine.
So
what does make me happy is that none of the people in this first place group have picked Michigan to win. Because if you pick Michigan to win, I'm going to have a hard time giving you the gift card. I'm just saying. So, boys, you're doing pretty well, especially Brayson. Brayson does have 3. He's only got 2 in this group. He filled out 1 on my account and 2 under Mom's account. So, yeah, and full disclosure, I actually have like 10 brackets, although 2 of them are Ryland's, 1 of them is Brayson's. So I filled out like 7. Not all of them are in this group, and so
you're ranked 9,000.
Yeah,
9 million.
None of them are really that good. Here is the rest of my bracket. So Brayson's bracket is the best of my 10, and then I have one that's
1,058, 486 ranked. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Or million.
Million, yeah. These 2 aren't doing too bad. Actually, there's a few of them there that aren't doing too bad, and then I also have a couple that are all pretty awful. Pretty darn awful. So, there are only 10,754 perfect brackets remaining out of somewhere in the 20 to 25 million range. I don't remember how many there are total. So, anyway, we got to go do some measuring, finish getting our supply list around, and then we're going to deliver some more seed, and maybe I'll stop and get some of the stuff. You think there's going to be 3?
3 brackets remaining that are all perfect by the end of today.
That's Ryland's guess. We're going to be down to 3 after today. It's possible. All right, I have got a list to start with here of what I think we need, hoses and fittings and stuff. I should probably add some clamps to this, figure out how many clamps we're going to need. It's probably not a complete list, but it's at least a get us started list. So count how many clamps I think we're going to need. Ouch. We're going to replace this old line that's been in here for 10 years or however long it's been. This clamp is good. We just put this in a year or 2 ago when we added this tank, so they're good. But like these ones that are rusted here, we're gonna replace them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I need at least 16 clamps. Well, I got a whole bunch of fittings and stuff that we needed. We made our seed delivery. Got a big roll of hose. Let's get to work on this a little bit. First thing we need to do is eliminate this old one, our backbone here. We're going to start over from right here. Oh, it's 1/2 inch. I thought that was 7/16. Are these ones 7/16? Maybe, but it's too deep. Those ones are. Okay, I'll go get a 1/2 inch, but we're going to take this clamp off and try and get that fitting out of there, which may prove to be difficult. And then we can start piecing stuff together. All right, struggled with that quite a bit, but I got it off. Oh, the plumbing from these tanks is good, so we're gonna put a new T in here and go with the line to that tank, hook to that, and then go that way. Okay, well, that should work to that point. So we got our line coming off of that tank, and we got this connected there. So we need to put another manifold hose barb in the end of this and connect it here, and then figure out where we want to tee in our other stuff. And it's all going to be down there towards the end of our steps. You guys want to watch me struggle with one of these? It's super fun. I am heating the pipe up, trying to soften the ribs so that it goes on there a little bit more. And our hose barbs, I'm coating them, the first 2 ribs there or whatever, with some of this high-tech gasket sealant. I don't know if it's necessary, I don't know if it helps, but my idea is that it will seal up any leaks or little gaps and help it to not leak a little better. So if you get these ribs soft so they stretch just a little bit, it really helps get these on. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Not real well. Oh, it's going. Almost. Okay. That'll work. Get our clamp on there. I also feel like if it's warm and a little soft, the clamp will bite a little better. Help seal it. I don't know if that's true. Takes about, I don't know, that much torque. However much that is. Okay. Now, this side has a gasket. And you gotta get these mated together. Get this clamp on there. Different size sockets. And tighten that up while it doesn't move, so that your gasket stays in place. If when you look in the gaps here, the edges of the plastic are not almost all the way in the bottom of the clamp, you don't have it right. Oop. And once again, about that much torque. A little less than the T-clamps. Okay. We got a whole T done. Now we'll stretch our hose in there, figure out how far we want it, and get it cut. I think we're going to have back-to-back T's right here. So I need one coming from that tank, and I need one coming from that tank. So if we just put a T and a T, we can hook both of those in right in this little gap here. And then just continue that on about like it is. That'll work. I don't really want to loop it around this cross brace here. So we'll try and make the T's right here. Well, this is going to work. I got this tank connected, and I turned that T, so instead of coming out the end, we go out that way. That way all we've got to do is kind of make a arcing 90 to get into our pump instead of a 180 degree turn, so that'll be good. I'm out of hose barbs. They did not have enough where I got parts today, so I can't make this connection, but we've got it up to the tank there. So, and I can't go any farther until Dad gets that pump mounted. I'll go show you the bracket or stand that he's making in order to do that, but that'll work. It's going to clean it up because we're not going to have a pump down here anymore, so just a few lines. There was brief discussion about running lines from every tank up to where right before our pump is and putting a manifold up there so that you'd have a valve for each one so you could open and close each tank depending on what product you're trying to load from outside the dike and not have to climb over the wall and in and out to switch everything. That would have required a lot more hose and a lot more valves, and we don't quite have the space for it there to make it super easy. It's already going to be a lot better than what we've had, so we decided that I didn't need that. Reality is that Dad basically almost always is just pumping water, except for when he's loading the sprayer for top dressing wheat, in which case he's loading 28. And so he's not switching valves in here ever anyway. So he isn't going to be the one climbing over the wall. It's me when I'm doing loading planter stuff. It's got to be switching between tanks mostly. So, yeah, I'll deal with it. Not a big deal. And I only spilled my tacky gasket stuff once. Dang it. Here's the stand that Dad built. So this will go across that grating onto the actual structure and solid part of those stands out there, and then we'll mount our pump to the top of it. I should figure out whether we should get some rubber mounts or maybe we just put a couple of sheets of rubber in between this and that, or that pump. I don't know. It should be fine, but that'll support it pretty well.